Before I start this video, I'd like to thank you guys for the response on the last video, and I'd also like to ask for support on this video. So if you could subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Only 3% of you watching this video subscribed, and also let's try to hit 100 likes on this video. Since this tier list won't be that long, you can pause if I go too fast. I'll try not to, but I'm in kind of a rush at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Also join my Discord server down below, buy my merch, Roblox merch obviously, and also I will be uploading a lot more since I don't have my exams anymore. So yeah, without further ado, let me not waste any more of your time. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, now I've got a meh and not usable tier. I would not be summoning for any of these units, and if you do have any of these units, I would not evolve them. I would just keep them and go for better units, which I'll recommend later on in the video. You should be summoning for that are meh and they should get. Now these are units that I wouldn't necessarily summon for, but if you do get them, it's not the end of the world, and I would maybe evolve some of them that are towards the end of the tier. That's pretty much it. I will not summon for these units, but if you get them by being unlucky when you're a beginner at the game, or you just struggling in the game and you want to evolve them, then go ahead and do that. But I would really specifically summon for these units, and they're just good. Now the farms tier, it's not really in necessary order. Bomber gives the most, Speedwagon gives the second amount most, Speedwagon is used for story, Bomber is used for infinite, and Nami you can just use as a second farm, or you can interchange if you don't have one of them, or anything like that, as Nami just gives you money as you kill units, and Bowman, Speedwagon are just regular farms that give you a regular amount of money. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just doesn't really matter which one you have. It's not that big of a deal if you don't have one of the other. Like, you'll get them when you grind the game a lot more, obviously, and Nami's just tradable. Now, I love you're gonna be asking me about Stain, since you might not know what Stain does at the moment, but by the time I upload it, a lot of you probably will know. But basically, Stain is very OP, probably the best bleed unit in the game, because what he does is any unit, he bleeds the unit, then any unit with bleeds, he basically does a low damage. I'm not 100% sure if it's one tap, but from what I've seen, he's basically just one tapping them if they are bleeding with this ability, and he just does a lot of bleed damage, and it's just very nice. So yeah, that's why he's made bleed and the best bleed unit in the game, and then the rest of them are just if you just don't have Stain. But he's very hard to evolve apparently, so yeah. Then we've got meta support now with the new addition of Leafy, who buffs your unit by 100% magic damage, 100% physical damage. I think it starts with us 50 and then becomes 100%. So yeah, and then you got all the other units which you may or may not already know. I'd recommend getting Leafy, Oshi. I mean, I'd recommend getting basically like any of these which you need, but definitely get Oshi, Leafy, and a slow like. I mean, if you can't get Amelia or Yoshina because they're tradable, you can get Category, since you can just summon him. And also yeah, that's pretty much it for what you should get. And then if you want to get extra supports because you're further into the game, then you could get the other ones like Shigaraki, Pucci, Gojo, Law, etc. I've got Meta Air/Hybrid. I know maybe some of you might be wondering why is Homura above Escanor and Tengen. Now I put her there because of her time stop, and she still has very high DPS but not bigger than Escanor or Tengen, but because of the time stop I've put them above. Now if you're a new player and you don't know what to summon for, I would definitely summon for Escanor or Tengen, and also Fujitora or Metal Knight as your like on placement heal units, and Tengen or Escanor as your hybrid units. And if you are further into the game, I'll definitely get Homura, and if you can trade for DL if you haven't, but it's quite hard to obtain. Now I would also summon for Usopp, which is I've gave his own tier, sorry for the story right there, but yeah, I'll definitely summon for Usopp. He's a must have, and basically the reason why he has his own tier is because I can't really compare him to other units, since he does a lot of damage, true damage, but the only problem is that his range is very tiny, so I can't really compare him to other units since he's showing a target with tiny range, but there's a lot of damage, and you need him for things like, I think tournament, I'm not 100% sure, but you need it for Infinity Castle as well. If for Infinite, you need it for a lot of things, and he's very good, even if you don't even have him unique. And then we've got Meta Ground, which has changed quite a lot with the new additions of some new ground units, with Kirito being the best ground unit in the game. I know some of you are going to debate in the comments, no, Kirito is worse than Heathcliff. No, Heathcliff is better than Kirito. Kirito is better than Heathcliff because Kirito has more placements, and no, Heathcliff does not burn, so he's not burning, so his DPS doesn't even increase, and Kirito can place more, and his DPS is quite similar. I think it's more, I'm not 100% sure, but you can place one more, so Kirito is definitely better than Heathcliff. I don't know why guys keep debating. Kirito is better, and that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you think I went too fast, you can go back, and that's pretty much it. Subscribe because I made this tier list under 5 minutes. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.